Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 20. On today's show, we'll meet our internal mail clerks, Larry and Joe, and follow them as they make their appointed rounds at 6:30 every morning. But first, we know that for the past few months, watching Shell Point TV hasn't been easy. Our television system has experienced some bumps and bruises during the summer's transition to a digital system. But the dust has settled, and the picture now looks a little rosier, so to speak. Jared Pike brings us the latest update.
Hi everybody, it's Jared Pike here with Shell Point TV, and what a summer it's been for television here at Shell Point. As you can see, we've done some cleaning here. This equipment used to carry Shell Point TV. We had all this in our studio. These little wires and plugs and connectors and frayed edges here used to bring you Shell Point Today, Channel 11, on a daily basis. Well, we transitioned, we're in the 21st century now. Now our television system is entirely digital. Now when we made that transition, yes, it was a little bumpy. And one of the bumps came with our Channel 11. Our show was out of lip sync. The lips would say one thing and then the audio would be in another time. And that's frustrating, we know. It was frustrating for us too, and it took us 3 months to find a solution for it. So now I want to bring you up to date as to where we are with Shell Point TV. Our 3 channels, Channel 13 is in HD and widescreen. Channel 12 is in HD and widescreen. Channel 11, okay, it's not in HD, it's not in widescreen. Because while we did fix the technical problems, we still do not have the equipment to broadcast in HD from here in the studio. And I want to be honest with you and tell you why. It's because we pride ourselves here at Shell Point TV on doing the most with the least. For example, maybe you saw our show where we talked about the GoPro, that tiny camera that we attach to golf carts and motorcycles and boats and whatever. We love that small equipment because it enables us to get our jobs done quickly and as cheaply as possible. And for example, look at what Dan is filming with right now. It's not the biggest camera in the world. It's a little handheld camera. Now most studios, they use large HD cameras. Well, again, we're trying to do our best to be stewards of Shell Point's money, and so we use tiny cameras. So eventually, someday down the line, our channel, Channel 11, will be widescreen and in HD. And so we appreciate your patience during this last 3 months in getting everything worked out, all the bugs, and eventually, when we get that budget, we're going to be able to come in widescreen HD in all its glory. So, I appreciate your patience once again. If you have technical problems with your TV, please call the Shell Point call center. That's 454-2190. This is Jared Pike for Shell Point TV.
Well folks, the holidays are here. Thanksgiving is just a week away, which means it's time to plan for your Thanksgiving Day dining at Shell Point. Next Thursday, November 28th, the Island Cafe will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. for custom hot breakfasts or quick lunch choices hot off the grill. They also have homemade pies for sale throughout the season. In the Crystal Room, it's a bountiful buffet featuring hand-carved roast turkey, as well as ham, salmon, and baked chicken, and other holiday favorites. You have an extensive selection of side items, as well as the always wonderful salad bar, and autumn desserts like pumpkin pie. It's an all-you-can-eat feast for just $23.95. And remember, you can also save money by treating your family and friends on your Passport dining plan. The Crystal Room will be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Palm Grill at the Woodlands has an always exciting selection of menu choices, including filet mignon and Florida grouper. They also have the traditional turkey dinner, as well as many side items to choose from. Enjoy the elegant sit-down atmosphere of the Palm Grill, opening Thanksgiving Day from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keep in mind that the Promenade Cafe will be closed, and all dining venues will be closed in the evening, so our employees can spend it with their families. Now, what if you want to host Thanksgiving dinner in your home, but you don't feel like cooking? We've got just the solution for you. It's our take-home family feast. With a whole roasted turkey or baked ham dinner, including all the fixins, this meal serves at least 6 people. It's hot and ready to serve, to be picked up on Thanksgiving Day. You can even spring for some homemade bakery items like dinner rolls and holiday pies. The Thanksgiving family feast is just $56.95. Now that's less than $10 per person. To order a family feast, call the Crystal Room at 454-2199. And with Thanksgiving next week, Christmas can't be too far away. Your weekly reminder features just a few of the events, and believe me, in December, they start coming fast and furious. December 3rd is the gift shop extravaganza. December 5th is the tree lighting ceremony, followed by the Shell Point Singers concert. And December 6th is a special outdoor holiday marketplace, along with an all-day celebration at the community thrift store. December 6th is also the day that residents distribute the employee Christmas gift, the one time a year that residents are permitted to give a tangible gift to employees. As we've seen all month, your donations make a big difference in employees' lives, especially for employees that you never see, who work hard behind the scenes at Shell Point. For example, Larry Chafin and Joe Risemas every morning at 6:30 deliver letters, cards, and packages for Shell Point's internal mail system, which allows you to send mail within the community at no cost to you. They are also responsible for printing the weekly reminder and many other important bulletins and photocopied documents. We recently followed Larry and Joe during the swift completion of their appointed rounds.
Hi everybody, it's Jared Pike at Shell Point TV, and it's early. How early is it? It's 6:30 in the morning. But you got to get up early if you want to deliver the mail, and that's what these guys do. Every day we have Larry Chafin and Joe Risemas. They're our mail clerks today. How are you guys doing? This is a normal time for you, 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, yes it is. Good morning.
All right. Well, we're going to go out and follow them as they deliver the mail and do all that they do. But first, you kind of split the duties, right? Who does what?
Well, we both do the same, only I do it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Joe does it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And what's the first thing that you do?
The first thing we do each morning is load up island mail, deliver it to each building, pick up and sort their outgoing internal mail, and after 15 stops, we're back here.
And then, and so that's going to be your job today, right?
Correct.
All right. What's the next step?
What we call our administrative run, all of the staff offices on the island.
The Welcome Center, the Medical Center.
Right. And then we go out to the Woodlands, the Eagles Preserve, and the Springs.
And is there an advantage to doing it early in the morning?
We don't have to have so much traffic always with other people getting around, so we're in and out of the way before everything really gets going.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, Joe, I don't want to keep you. I know you're on a schedule. So why don't you take your cart and we're going to follow you there, and Larry and I are going to talk about what happens back here.
Okay,
so,
sounds good.
Off you go. Thank you.
So we get the mail out of our little bins here. They're sorted by each building. Normally we try and have the mail sorted in numerical sequence to where, it's a little faster. Sometimes we'll have some packages, that we deliver. If they're too big, there's 2 bins or a big bin down there that we'll put the boxes in there for the resident. Then we have pickup boxes here for all the outgoing that the residents leave. So anything that we sort there that goes to the island, that way it's delivered from here on. Anything that goes to the Woodlands and Eagles is in this box, and then we'll sort it after we get back to the shop.
When they leave, when they're not here, they have different devices that they block their internal mailbox with, and then that way we know not to deliver, that they don't want to receive any mail until they return.
Then like sometimes if the boxes are blocked, we can't deliver them. So we just put blocked on these, and then we return them to where they came from, so they can resend them at a later time. It really saves the residents a lot of money, not having to pay postage to send cards, birthday cards and stuff like that. It really just keeps the residents informed, like when we do the weekly reminder, lets them communicate with one another, because some of them can't get out as much as they'd like to. So it's really a good service for them. Keeps them more in touch with one another at a minimal cost.
In this room here, we have our copy machine. As you can see, we can fold, staple like a booklet, staple in the corner, two-sided stuff. We can print 110 copies, single page, a minute. So we have a pretty fast machine. We just break them down by the Arbor, King's Crown, the Woodlands, Eagles Preserve, and all of that. We'll do the Academy, which is a big booklet. Twice a year, we do the resident roster, their phone book. We do that January, delivered January, July. We also have started this past year with the Health Connection, and we do that twice a year. And we also do all of the in-house menus for the Arbor and for King's Crown, and we do those on a weekly basis as well. This machine has over 7 million copies on it, and we've had the machine just a couple of months, over 4 years. So we do a lot of in-house copying. So we try to do as much in-house, obviously, to save money for Shell Point. I was born and raised in Arkansas. I was in the Air National Guard for 23 years.
I was the head of a maintenance department, big apartment complex, similar to Shell Point. It was a big retirement village in Indiana. So I ran the maintenance, housekeeping crew, and by trade I'm an electrician.
And then I worked for a railroad in the Panhandle of Florida for another 10 years. And that's when I retired the second time.
When I first started on, I was working over in the mid-rises as a tech over there full-time. But I'm retired or semi-retired, so I just wanted to work part-time.
So I applied and kept bugging them enough until they finally were tired of talking to me, so they hired me. As a result of all of that, they can't get rid of me now. I've been here for a little over 6 years, and I really, really enjoy it.
With the views like this, see the sunrise every morning.
We're proud to make sure that we have the mail delivered in a timely manner. This came from one of our residents that they gave to us to put up here. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night stops these couriers from their swift completion of their appointed rounds. Both Joe and I really have only one speed, and that's, we try to get through it as fast as we can. We obviously are competitive with each other and try to get through before the other one would finish.
I might be a little faster on the island than he is, but he's faster in the Woodlands and the Eagles.
And so we have fun with it. Although we deliver the mail and with our golf cart, we also walk about 3.5 miles a day as well. So we do have to be in pretty good shape.
For somebody that is short, he really walks fast.
And for a couple of old guys, we're in pretty good shape for the shape we're in.
But you can't get a much better job than this, just to get out, talk to people.
Interaction with the residents is I just love. I make it a point to speak to every one of them, no matter where they are. If they're walking away, I'll holler at them to wave to them.
Morning, guys.
Just to let them know that they've got someone that cares, and I give them a smile, and it helps make my day. We try to do whatever we need to do, and just those little things means a lot to the residents. And we stay as long as we need to stay to get done whatever needs to be done. It's all a team effort, and both Joe and I enjoy it. So.
Well, Joe, that's it. It's another hard day's work.
Well, appreciate it.
And Larry told me that you guys have a lot of pride in your work. Is that right?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. because it's something that has to be done every day.
Every day.
Every day. But I feel good. With you guys in charge, I feel that all the mail's getting where it needs to. We're all informed. And thanks to Larry and Joe and their hard work, every day at Shell Point is a new day and a happy day. So this is Jared Pike with Joe and Larry back in the warehouse for Shell Point TV.
Larry and Joe are just two examples of Shell Point employees who work hard behind the scenes to make your life at Shell Point as pleasant as possible. Show your support for these hardworking employees by donating to the Employee Christmas Fund, whether through the Finance Department or at the decorated boxes at either service desk. You have until next Friday to include your donation, and your employees will thank you. Now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, followed by our Academy News, menus, and Village Church Connections.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with us today for the Happening segments. My name is Leslie Brand, and this is Bev Chanley, and we're here to tell you about what's happening today. At 7:45, we have Men's Bible Study in the Osprey Room on the island. 8:45 is Lily and Company Jewelers for their weekly jewelry service in the Resident Activity Center. 9 o'clock is the Jurassic Travel in the Egret Room. Also at 9 o'clock, we have men's match play doubles tennis in the tennis courts. And lastly at 9 o'clock is the watercolor group with Phil Hilton in the art studio. 9:15 is scrapbooking group in the Tarpon Room. At 10:15 is the Model Yacht Sailing Club in the Commons Lake in the Woodlands. 10:15 is the Women's Ministry, the Global Outreach in the Hospitality Room. At 11 o'clock is the Neuropathy Support Group in the Oak Room in the Woodlands. At 11:30 is the Health Connections, the Agility and Flexibility in the Health Club on the island, but it is closed. Now here's Bev to tell you all about the afternoon activities.
Thank you, Leslie. We're going to start at 1 o'clock with chess being played in the Library Lounge. Also at 1 o'clock today, we have a Health Connections class, Balanced Basics at Assisted Living at the Community Room of King's Crown. That one's currently full. 1:30 to 3:30, it's time the Model Train Room is open for tours. At 1:45, we have a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club, and that's currently full. At 2:15, the Knitters Anonymous group will be in the Osprey Room. 2:30 is the time for jazz and stuff at the Grand Cypress Room, so if you enjoy a little jazz, head on down there and hear some good music. At 2:45, Healing Journey will be in the chapel of the Village Church. We'll have a Bible study at the Community Room of King's Crown at 3 o'clock, and also at 3 o'clock we have a Health Connections Pilates Stretch class in the Health Club. Our last 3 o'clock activity is the Memory Care Group. They'll be on the 3rd floor craft room at King's Crown. Sign up is required. At 4:30 we have indoor bocce. That'll be set up down in the Health Club. Then we move to 5:45 where the church choir will be rehearsing at the Village Church. And our Wednesday ends up at 7:15 with prayer and praise at the Village Church. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday, November 20th. At 9:30, Experience in Colored Pencil Painting continues in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. At 9:45, Introduction to Picasso continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. At 10 o'clock, Work of the Legacy Foundation, Legacy Seminar number 3, will take place in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and please sign up at either service desk. At 10:15, Exploring the Lives of 20th Century American Writers, Session 2 will take place in the Social Center of the island. At 1 o'clock, Intermediate Bridge will continue in the Game Room of the Woodlands, and at 1 o'clock, Writing and Illustrating a 32-page picture book continues in the Sable Room of the Woodlands. At 1:45, Flash Drive Prep School continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. Tomorrow, our new class is Academy on the Go, number 6, and we're going to Sundance Orchid for a nursery tour.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is a grilled pork chop with wild rice pilaf and butternut squash. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $8.95, and the soup of the day is chicken Florentine. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Wednesday, enjoy a teriyaki chicken sandwich with pineapple and a cup of soup for $7.25. The dinner special is fried shrimp for $8.25. In the Palm Grill, dinner specials are Yankee pot roast for $12.95 or stuffed chicken breast for $12.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, I'm Randy Woods here at the Village Church. I want to talk with you today just a little review of a very special service we shared last week. As part of the Shell Point Retirement Community's Festival of Heroes Week, the Village Church was pleased to host a candlelight celebration of remembrance and honor. As people gathered in the church auditorium, we were all seated around a large, white, glittering star accented with candles. The service began as Chaplain Sue Stranahan, the Director of Spiritual Services, shared a tribute to the senior missionary who influenced her many years ago when Sue began her service in the Congo. Many were touched as Mary Franklin of Resort Services shared an inspirational story about her daughter, Morgan, which was a reminder to her that there is only one true hero, and that is God. Others included David Pavey of Coquina, Shell Point Employee Chaplain Don Stainhook, and Don Bourne, Director of Resort Services. They spoke about their heroes and gave personal tributes about various people who were and are very significant in their lives. And the unsung hero was identified by Glenda Stevenson, our church administrator, as Glenda shared a very moving story about a nobleman and his contribution to a small child that would make a significant difference in the world as this child grew to become a world leader. Andy Hawkins, our senior pastor, spoke about people who are larger than life, those who are to be admired, emulated, and those who generously give to us that which we could never repay. His admiration for American opera singer Jerome Hines, his desire to emulate the sturdy faith of a friend, Ruth, and his appreciation for friends who generously provided a refuge for his personal spiritual retreat. Though for all of this, he is grateful. Only God could embody all these heroic characteristics, which we truly find in his Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. During this time of remembrance and honor, everyone was given the opportunity to go forward and light a candle, place that candle on the star to pay tribute to the hero in their life. It was a very moving experience as the candles on the star brightened the room. That glow was encouraging and inspirational. The concluding remarks by Peter Dice, our Shell Point president, and the final hymn reminded us that we all are to live as heroes. For as the hymn writer Thomas Jackson expressed it, we are called to be God's people, showing by our lives His grace, one in heart and one in spirit, a sign of hope for all the race. Let us seek the courage needed, our high calling to fulfill, that the world may know the blessing of the doing of God's will. The candlelight service was a very special time to honor and remember our heroes. It also inspired us to live that we will be a hero to someone else around us. Whether or not we are honored or remembered, let's live as a hero to the world around us and share God's love generously.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we look forward to the performance from Ars Nova String Trio. We'll also take a look back at all the festive events from our Festival of Heroes Week. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, November 20th. I'm Dan Philgreen, and from all of us at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.